Hey guys, I'm Joe Theo with Vid Authority. I wanted to make this video which I consider is the truth about being big on YouTube and how to get there, because I think a lot of people don't really have the right idea about what it takes to get to the top, and I wanted to kind of walk through it. I see a lot of people complain. They'll say stuff like, oh, YouTube doesn't care about small YouTubers. They only promote the big YouTubers. Stuff like that, and it kind of implies that it's impossible to get big on YouTube, because they don't really consider that every single channel was small at some point. So if their theory was correct, then how did those channels get big in the first place, right? It doesn't make sense, and their logic basically says, I want to be helped. I want a free pass. And that's what this video is really about. It's to say that there is no free pass. It's kind of like anything in life, whether you're starting a business or you're working in a company, no one's just going to hoist you up for no reason. You have to do that yourself. The truth about becoming big on YouTube is that you really do need to be extraordinary. It's not easy to get big. There's no guarantee that you're going to get big on YouTube even if you work really hard at it. You need to do something different, and just because you spend a lot of time on a video doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good, and doesn't necessarily mean that you're entitled to get a lot of subscribers. People subscribe because they want to, and you can't just expect people to subscribe just because you spend a lot of time on it. People might not like it no matter how much time you spend on it. So you really have to do stuff that people are going to like, and usually that means that it's something new, it's something interesting, it's something totally different than what everyone else is putting out. A lot of times being different just means that you have videos that are of so high quality that it's better than everyone else. Now sure, if you put 8 hours into a video, then it's probably not going to be as good as a big YouTuber that puts in the same amount of time, but that's because you have not developed the skills enough. You might say, well, these people spend the same amount of time on their videos as me, and I don't have as many subscribers. They get millions of views, and I put in more work. Okay, but they develop their skills. They are making better videos, probably, but that doesn't mean that you can't get to that level. The only way to get big on YouTube is to develop your skills to the point where you can use your time more effectively to make better and better videos in the same amount of time. It's not just enough to put a few hours into a video. You have to learn how to turn those few hours into making something truly amazing instead of just being mediocre, because most people put in a few hours into their video, but they don't stick to it enough and long enough over time to the point where their few hours create something truly amazing, as opposed to a guy who has never worked a camera before and it takes him 3 hours to figure it out, and he's like, well, this took me 3 hours to use the camera to record a crappy video, and they wonder why their video doesn't get 1 million views. You have to put the time into it and learn, and that's really the whole secret to getting big on YouTube, is to stay at it and continually improve. I say this time and time again, this is probably the 50th time I've said it, is you just have to stick to it, and there really is no secret. There's no shortcut to it. And yeah, you might see a channel that puts out a video that you might not think is as good as yours, but they also put in probably so much more time in the long run that developed that audience to the point where their time creates a video, and the audience is built up by that point. They invested in the audience so that their time making the video is worth more. And that's what people don't really see. I hope in this video I was able to convey really what I'm thinking, but it's kind of just saying that there's no free card, and you have to spend a lot of time over time and, you know, really be persistent, because there's no free pass and you're not entitled to anything really, you know? And, you know, you might spend hours on something, but if it's no better than the hour you spent last week, you're never going to get anywhere. So my advice to you is continually improve every single video. Is your video this week better than the one last week? And if it's not, figure out one thing you can do to improve every video. One little thing even. You know, one little tiny thing, whether it's an editing technique, and then every week you'll improve something, and that's how you do it. You don't jump from having a crap video to an amazing, you know, 5-star production. It's over time, and that's the way it should be. So just spend more time on it, be patient, love what you do, and then you'll do it naturally. And that's really all I wanted to say. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I'll definitely be reading what your thoughts are. And if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, or if you didn't, give it a thumbs down even. And if you want to continue watching, I've got some other videos on the right hand side. You can either click them or look in the description for the same link if you're on a phone. And if you want to subscribe, I make new videos 3 times a week, so I think it should be worth it. So I'm going to look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good one.